Yeah, beautiful. We're going to look at this praying in faith more. But it says, nothing doubting. With no doubting. So doubt is the thief of God's blessing. God is not the thief. God is not the one taking away the blessing. He said, let him ask in faith. And let not that man imagine or suppose or think that they will receive from the Lord anything. I don't know about you. I don't know that kind of category where I can get anything from God. And it's not God that's blocking me. The one blocking myself. So let's look at this doubt thing. How do you stop the doubt in prayer? I believe that one of the best pictures of doubt was given to us in Matthew 14 when Jesus was walking on the water and Peter came to join him on the water. Let's go to Matthew 14. We'll read from verse 25. It says this, now in the fourth watch of the night, Jesus went to them walking on the sea. When the disciples saw him walking on the sea, they were troubled, saying, it's a ghost. And they cried out for fear. But Jesus instantly spoke to them, saying, be of good cheer. It is I. Don't be afraid. Now, the thing got interesting now. I mean, we know Jesus was the Son of God, came from heaven, walked on the water. Then 28th verse said this. Peter answered Jesus and said, Lord, if it is you, command me to come to you on the water. I mean, prior to this event, we've never had the record in the Bible in history of a man walking on the water. But Jesus did, and we could understand that he's the Son of God. But Peter was saying, if it's you, command me to come to you on the water. I wonder how Christ will answer that kind of question. But amazingly, he said, come. Think about that. You know, that sounds like praying. I wonder what Peter will do with this prayer request. I wonder why he did this. But Jesus said, come. You know, that tells me a lot of things that sometimes I'm asking for things I think that, come on, will God answer this? I mean, think about it. He said, come. I mean, what will he do with the water? Will he get a degree from there? Will he take it home or something? Will it benefit his pocket? But I mean, the sheer asking, the stepping out, permit to use this word, the thoughtless asking of Peter, I want to walk on water with you. I want to do something impossible. I want to get out of here. I mean, you know, a lot of us pray what I call safe prayers. You know, I mean, you pray for something and you know that if God doesn't answer, you can answer yourself. Or who can answer it for you, or some friend can answer it for you or something. Like one guy I had, he was praying in the church one time with his, you know, the church, everybody was kneeling down. So he found a rich man beside him and he started praying for his son's pair of shoes to buy for school. So the rich man said to him, take the money, go and buy shoes. Don't bother go with your prayers. You can go and answer my bigger prayer, you know. That kind of thing. But he told me that, hey, Peter asked, if it's you, command me to come on the water. I mean, this is beyond. Christ said, come. And when Peter had come down, let's keep reading, out of the boat, he walked on the water to go to Jesus. Wow. He walked on the water. The prayer was answered. It's sort of way. Now, verse 30 said this. But when he saw that the wind was boisterous or stormy or raging, he was afraid and beginning to sink. He cried out saying, Lord, save me. Oh, so let's look at it now. He was walking on the water, making his way to Jesus. And then suddenly he saw the wind boisterous. The wind took a different dimension, turned stronger than before. And then he got afraid. He started sinking. And thank God he cried out, Lord, save me. Let's look at the response of Jesus to this. I mean, when I said Jesus was saying, you should have known better. You should have asked me to come on the water in the first place and blah, 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 blah. But let's look at what Jesus said. And immediately, Jesus stretched out his hand, that's verse 31, and caught him and said to him, oh, you of little faith, why did you doubt? And when they got into the boat, the wind ceased. Jesus walked back with him to the boat. I mean, they walked back together. Jesus didn't stop him from this big request. I feel like saying this, his request was boisterous. But when the wind that was boisterous against him, he backed off from his boisterous request. I want to say this to us, that we should also be that bold in our praying. But the trouble is, will you allow doubt to sound much more boisterous than you can ask in prayer? Jesus said, let's look at how Christ described that. He said, why did you doubt? So doubt in that situation was this. He saw the wind boisterous. The wind was like against his prayer request, what he could see. Second, he got afraid. And third, he began to sink. So I will say that we can dissect doubt from this, that what you are asking for, you see contrary circumstances against it, and then you get afraid, and then you start sinking from that walk of faith. Jesus called it doubt. So doubt is actually taking a look at what you see around you that is not in line with your prayer. You are praying for this, and this is taking place in your situation. How do you react to it? The moment the wind got boisterous, Peter felt that this wind will carry or do something that will contradict his prayer. Jesus said, come. I mean, the wind began to seem bigger than the word of Jesus. When the word of Jesus no longer bigger in our imagination, and what we see becomes bigger, we are in the realm of doubt. Doubting for Peter was, Jesus spoke, but what he saw with the wind kind of displaced Jesus' word. And he got afraid. The result of that focusing on the wind that was getting strong was fear. So fear is the currency of doubt. When you begin to get afraid, you are in doubt. That's how you can know that doubt is there. When you begin to entertain fear about what's going to happen, how it's going to turn up, that's fear coming in. And doubt is already in manifestation. And you know the shocking thing for me? That looking at the storm and fear conspired together and made Peter to sink. And made Jesus' word for that moment ineffective. Wow. I mean, that's challenging for me to think about it. That we can stop the Lord of glory. We can stop his word from having effect in our lives by our doubts. Only human can do this. Think about it. Sun, moon, animals don't doubt God. His words are final there. But we can choose to either accept his word or attend to our circumstances. When we attend to our circumstances and let them move us in fear, we are doubting. And when we doubt, we start sinking. The power of God will be turned off. Looking back to my life, I think I can see that I have turned off God's power many times in my life. Not just accepting what he said, but looking at the wind before me as too strong, as bigger than what Jesus said. Don't forget, let him ask in faith. Nothing doubting. Doubting simply means you're looking at the waves, you're looking at the circumstances, and then you are getting afraid. But I thank God. Peter said, Lord, save me. That's why we have the teaching. It's time for us to get out of that mess and walk back with Jesus to the boat. God bless you.